3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the only thing that'll ever be on my channel, because this is the only thing that I care to edit, because it's really not that hard and I'm really lazy to edit anything else. Also, welcome back to Screw You, Get Out of Here, Run as fast as you can. Please run, get out of here.
I'm also here.
Run! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Yay! Anyway, last time we were here, we did the mock draft, and guess what? Today is another special episode where I go through and look at how horrible I did. Normally, I
Or how
don't.
great, you don't know.
No, I'm fully aware of how I did. So, normally I just kind of put out the mock draft and just leave it at that. But since we have a podcast every week, figured we'd go over it. Figured we go over it. Problem. I did say we would have a special guest this week. P.S. I spread misinformation on the internet in game. In other words, I lied, but not really. Because I originally planned for that to happen, and then I forgot I had to do this, so I made a promise that I couldn't keep. So anyway,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, horrible host. Yeah, boo, boo. Yeah, get it out of the way. Come on now, everybody. Yeah. So after not getting any sleep last night because video games are fun. Now we're gonna go into this. Nick is slightly a bit more educated, I believe, in these terms, as I'm aware. And by slightly, I mean he watched like 4 highlights of one person and then.
Well, hold on a second. I know everything about all my players. Don't worry.
Right. Yeah. Where's David Bailey from again?
From the NFL draft. That's how we got him.
I'm at the college he's from.
From the College of Football.
You know what? I can't even argue. Can't even argue with that. So first of all, I guess we should get the obvious one out of the way. I said that the Raiders were going to take Fernando Mendoza. They took Fernando Mendoza and didn't do the funniest thing ever.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, now that locker room is going to be with Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza, and it's literally just going to be the same person copy and pasted but younger. So, yeah, it's going to be great. Now, within one pick of the NFL draft, everything was already messed up because I had the Jets taking Arvell Reese because I thought, they could have used the hybrid linebacker and used an edge rusher, but I guess they decided they wanted to go with a pure edge rusher and David Bailey, which leaves me at 1 for 2. It does not get any better from here, by the way.
Oh, no.
I'm joking. It kind of gets better, but then it just falls off a cliff. But yeah, I think the Jets, no matter what, to be honest with you, we're going to make the right choice there because, I understand that there are people that think Arvell Reese is like a higher ceiling, but, a pure edge rusher is always a good thing. I feel like either choice would have been clowned on or would have been not, because then if they would have picked Reese, they would have been like, I think they should have went for a pure edge rusher or blah blah blah.
Right.
It's the Jets. It's the Jets tax. You know what I mean? Every single pick that they make is gonna be
under scrutiny.
Under scrutiny, and to be honest with you, I saw a little bit of it because I was like, at the end of the draft or at the end of the first night, I thought y'all killed it, right? And then all of a sudden,
I think so too.
after day 2, everybody's like, what are the Jets doing? Are you kidding me? Why would you take Kenyon Sadiq at 16? It doesn't make any sense. You just got
Yeah,
Mason
you
Taylor.
watch.
By the way, just learned who Mason Taylor was, by the way.
I like Mason Taylor. I feel like he's a little bit underrated and underused. I think he can be better than what he is right now if we just have a good offense that can actually get a tight end involved properly. But yeah, I think I like Sadiq better.
I mean, look. I'm not me saying that I don't know who he is not saying that like I don't think he's good, right? But it's
Right.
like if I haven't heard of an offensive player in a very offensive heavy league right now, that clues into my head that maybe there needs to be something changed. But then again, no offense, I don't really watch the Jets that much. Mostly
I don't blame you.
because for some reason they always play at the same time as the Panthers, or there's better games to watch. I'm gonna be honest.
Probably the second one.
uh,
If you like interceptions, you're watching a different team. Trust me. Get it? It's a joke because we didn't get any interceptions.
yeah, no, I was trying to make a PGA Tour joke, but I remembered I made that joke.
Tiger
already.
Woods.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, next one. I'm gonna be honest. First of all, I'm gonna give my grades a little bit for these because Fernando Mendoza, I'm gonna be real. It's an A. It's an A. I'm not gonna give you an A plus.
Yeah.
Because that's like the most not dip pick that I've ever seen in my life. Right? It's like you don't pass up on that. I'm not gonna give you props
No,
for
you
making
can't.
a choice that you should have given. But since it's it is Fernando Mendoza, geez, please let me be able to talk today. You know, I'm gonna give it an A because oh my God, the Raiders are making good decisions.
Who would have thought?
Mind blown. For the David Bailey pick, I'm gonna give it a B. If they would have picked Reese, I would have probably given it an A. But the only reason I'm giving it a B is pettiness because screw you, you messed up my draft.
you were perfect until this point.
But I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I liked Reese
I feel
better
like
at
it
that
can turn
pick.
out pretty well.
I'm not saying he won't. I just liked Reese better at that pick, so I'm gonna say like a.
Right.
I'll give it a B plus because it's still a good
Yeah.
pick. Now the Cardinals, they did what I said they would. Jeremiah Love, even though I said they would, I've been thinking about it. They still have James Conner. Why are they picking a running back?
I was about to say, James Conner's really not that bad. Like he gets hurt sometimes, but he's not really that bad.
No, I mean, no, he's not bad. Hold on, my wires are tangled up. Give me a second. Sorry if you're hearing horrible noises.
I hear everything.
But I mean, it's not bad. But
No.
like, there were so many other positions that you could have went for. I mean, heck, you could have even traded down with the Rams, apparently, and we'll get to that. Jesus Lord. I'm gonna give it a C just because it confuses me. I can't give it a D because, I mean, he is the best running back
he's still
in the class.
a good player. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. That was just so weird. And I even saying that they were gonna do it felt weird because that didn't make sense, right?
No.
But it felt like they were so adamant on getting him. The Cardinals confuse me by a lot. So yeah, that's a solid C.
Solid C, yeah.
It's a solid C. I'm not gonna give it a C plus because that one's out of just pure confusion.
Right out of left field, yeah.
Yeah. Titans picking Carnell Tate was also one I got correct.
I think that's a good pick.
I mean, I think it's a great pick. The only thing I could have, I probably would have done was maybe take an offensive lineman so Cam Ward doesn't get chased down every play. You know,
Because he probably will, and does currently.
and it's like I'm gonna be honest. It's just turning into another like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow situation. Like, yeah, they're great, but if Joe Burrow's halfway into the turf every play, there's only so many times he can get
doesn't really do. Doesn't really do much good.
But Carnell Tate is always a good pick. That's an A. You know what? In fact, A+. I'm gonna give it A+, because
Okay.
that's just another weapon for Cam Ward, who proved to be promising, right? And I can understand not taking an offensive lineman this high right now.
Yeah.
Seeing that
Yeah. That
the
would
first
have
one
been.
didn't go till 9, so that made sense in my eyes. So,
Yeah.
What the frick? That doesn't make sense. Okay, excuse me. All right, now the Giants at 5, Arvell Reese. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna have a very unpopular opinion here.
Go for it.
I'm giving it a B-, and I'm gonna tell you why. Normally I would say A+, like great, right?
Yeah.
Like, wow. Because he falls after I thought the Jets were going to take him, and that he's a really good prospect and everything. My problem is the fact that they have Brian Burns, and they have Abdul Carter, they have Kayvon Thibodeau, and now they have Arvell Reese, right? And I'm just like,
Right.
normally I would be so happy with the defensive line and linebacker love, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
But-
bro, you just drafted a quote-unquote generational talent last year,
Right.
and you traded for a quote-unquote really good talent. I don't know what to call him because I personally don't like him anymore.
Who?
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. That's a little sour in my heart. Mostly because he asked for so much money after having his worst year. But you know what? Never mind. I'll take that to the chin. It's just it all feels redundant after getting now. And I understand take the best player available. But
Yeah. Well, the best available that you need, really.
Yeah, and I could be wrong in the fact that maybe they're just gonna play him as a linebacker now, and they got the edge rushers already, so it's like, okay, fine, but that I just know that they're gonna trade Kayvon Thibodeau, and they're gonna, they're still gonna have a guy who can edge rush. That's just playing straight linebacker, and I like the pick. It's a really good pick. I'll even push it up to a B+. But it just
Okay.
feels weird because it just feels like you're loading up on a position that you've loaded up
That you
on
don't need.
the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's
That's
the big problem with it.
It just feels weird, and I don't want to immediately say, "Oh my God, they got him! Oh, A+, greatest pick." I'm just like, that's what they said about Abdul Carter. We're living this again, right? Just whatever.
Yeah, you got a good player, but how much is how much of your team now is going to suffer because you didn't improve that when you could have?
Yeah, and we'll get to a little bit more of that later. So next, this is the thing that makes me mad, right here. I'm counting this as a correct answer, a correct guess.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs trade up from 9 to 6 to get Mansour Delane, who I said that they were going to get at 9 to begin with. I'm counting that as a win because they didn't need the trade at all, and they would have gotten him. He would have fallen to there. I don't care. I'm giving it. I can't give it. I can't give it an F. I'm giving it a D plus because it's a good player. But why did you trade? Why? Like, it felt like that trade was specifically to mess with me. You know what I mean?
You think so?
It doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical. He would have fallen there. You know what I mean? He would have made it down. He would have made it down to 9. You know?
Right.
It just, I don't know. D plus and D for Chiefs tax. Pettiness.
There you go. Why not?
I don't want to talk about that anymore. That actually made me mad. Because it like legit screwed up the entire draft for me. Because now everything's out of order.
What was your record so far going into that pick?
That would be 4 for 6 now.
Okay.
If you want to count the Minnesota Lane pick, but I am.
Right.
Because
Why
screw
not?
you, I'm counting it. Sonny Styles at 7. To the Commanders. I didn't really. Who did I say? Did I say the command? Did I say Ruben Bain? Right. Yeah, that was a big one.
Cool name.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised Ruben Bain fell as far as he did. We'll get to him in a minute, but Sonny Styles is still a really good pick. Defense that's old, and then you get a linebacker that is young, can grow into it, and to grow into being a leader. Be the anchor of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Also to make sure, you take a little bit of pressure off Jaden Daniels when he finally does come back. But I'm gonna give that.
Which would be very helpful.
I'm gonna give it an A- because I don't know if that was their biggest need, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But best player available. Saints at 8 pick Jordan Tyson. I'm gonna be petty. You get an F.
God.
You get an F because you just drafted a guy who's gonna get locked down by J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson all year. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all.
Ooh.
That's all I got.
Tell him.
No, but in all seriousness, I'll give that a solid B. To be honest, I feel like again it's like the same thing as like the Sonny Styles thing. I feel like there was a couple other things you could have done,
Right.
But I feel like there was a couple other positions that might have been more important. But I understand.
I agree.
I get it because, the reason it's not an A- like Sonny Styles is because, well, he's also going to be sharing the blue tent with Cliff Olave. And yes, I understand I'm making a lot of references that I hear on the internet, but that's because they're funny and true. But yeah.
I think he's hating at this point. I don't know.
Give it a B. Would give it a B plus, but rival tax, so B.
Yeah, why not?
Now on to the original pick. No, the pick 9 of Mr. Cleveland Brown. Just kidding, just the Cleveland Browns.
They took the first O-lineman of the draft, right?
They sure did. And you know what's funny? They picked the wrong O-lineman. From my perspective, because I had them at 6 picking Mauigoa or Mauanoa, however you pronounce. I don't know how you pronounce it. I heard it pronounced like 7 different ways, but it's whatever. Mr. Francis from from Miami, but instead they went with Spencer Fano from Utah.
Utah.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the only thing that makes me not like this pick is the fact that it's not the one I said. So I mean, I said they needed
I
an
mean,
lineman.
is it a bad
They
pick,
went out.
though?
No, they needed an
Okay.
lineman, and they got arguably one of, if not the best lineman in the draft, seeing that he was the first one drafted. You know, so
Right.
there's something like that. A plus, because that's just it's good. You're protecting your 17,000 quarterbacks on your roster, so it's great.
They really do have a lot.
Speaking of offensive linemen, and this is where we get into the funny part, the Giants at 10. I did not. Who was originally at 10? The Bengals were originally at 10. Who I said were gonna get Sonny Styles. They trade out before the mock draft comes out, by the way. And I was like, you know what? I don't think it'll be that different because I feel like Sonny Styles will fall there because I feel like the Commanders will get Ruben Bain. So, no. But then I was like, okay, well, if they're not going to take Sonny Styles, and this was me during the draft, if they're not going to take Sonny Styles because he's already gone, they're going to take Caleb Downs.
Okay.
They didn't take Caleb Downs. They took Francis Malinois from Miami, who I thought the Browns were going to get. Who I thought the Browns were going to get at 6. You get the point. Which I understand. You have a young you have a young quarterback. That's what I meant. Young quarterback, a psychopathic running back, and a really good wide receiving core, and an offensive lineman that's kind of like on the way out because of his ineptitude. To be honest with you, Evan Neal. So, I mean, it's a solid replacement, but I really thought they were going to go, Caleb Downs. Which brings me to say that I want to say it's a B.
It's still a good pick, though, because they didn't need an lineman.
I mean, it's a good pick, but I'm going to give it a B- because, like, Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs in the same draft, like, that's good. That's like peak for any team. But
yeah, that would have been a good combo right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like a B, because I'll give it a B plus because it's always got to protect the quarterback. We love it.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the Cowboys. Just
what they do,
doing random stuff. Just I don't know what they were on, but they were originally at 12, and then they swap with the Dolphins to get Caleb Downs, which it's weird because that means like one or two things to me. That the Dolphins wanted Caleb Downs, but then they were like, hold on, let's see if Jerry
you don't want him that bad.
Hold on, let's see if Jerry wants him. See what happens. So I need to know like what the pick swap was. I don't know what it was. I guess I could try to look it up real quick. Cowboys.
Wait, you want to like what they gave up to get that pick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cowboys trade with Dolphins.
Well, either way, while you're looking that up, I'm not surprised that they took a defensive player. I feel like the Cowboys are just kind of like a team that's going to go all out on defense and hope that their offense can clutch up in big moments. I don't really see them upgrading their offense a whole lot.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna get get to that in a second.
Well, I got to it first.
Thank you. Apparently they gave up. They sent the 12th overall pick and two late round picks. 177 and 180 to get the 11th. So they didn't really trade that much. So then that confuses me even more. It's like the Dolphins looked at possibly getting Caleb Downs, and they were like, yeah, I just want like some 4th round picks or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm coughing like a mother trucker, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm good. Probably. So for the Cowboys, A plus. And I don't get to say that a lot because, man, their defense was awful last year.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was legit like the worst or the second worst in the league. It was one of the two. It was either them or the Bengals, but they were awful.
Might be the Bengals.
Might be the Jets.
Whoa, hold on a second. We have David Bailey.
0 interceptions.
Well, that was on purpose because we wanted David Bailey. So, actually, that makes us great.
Right.
Yeah. Think ahead, because that's why so many football teams lose, because they're too busy thinking in the moment. Don't think in the moment. Think in the future. You're not gonna win now. You gotta win in the future. That's the trick.
So if you guys haven't clued in by now, I'm like 4 for 11 right now.
I stopped counting. I heard you say that it didn't go well, and I just kind of assumed you were right.
Yeah, I said after like a couple of picks in, where it just goes downhill. I haven't gotten one right in about 8 picks. But that math doesn't add up. But you get the point. Dolphins picking up Caden Proctor.
Okay. What does he do? I don't know who that is, to be honest with you.
He's an offensive lineman out of Alabama, and
Another O-lineman, okay.
yeah, there's a lot of O-line coming out this.
So you mean to tell me that now that Tua's gone, now they get an O-line?
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying I want to give him a C, just because like you just like nuked your entire team, and now you want to protect the guy.
Right.
Like you just like stripped away Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill's not coming back. You just sent a bunch of your players away, and Malik Willis is like, oh, thanks. I mean, Caden Proctor's great, so I'll give him a B. Get a lot of B's around. C plus.
C plus, yeah, that seems accurate.
Because just like I don't know what direction they're going with it.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. Now, Rams F. I think that's like, because like what in
I mean, they're a pretty good team right now. That they kind of need defense. That's why I would go with that.
Yeah, so you draft a quarterback. So
pick.
you reach on a quarterback who would have been there in the second round.
Right. Yeah. That's.
Yeah. After your quarterback just had an MVP season, and could possibly run it back this year to the Super Bowl, you pick his replacement. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: this man is not Jordan Love. What are we doing?
Yeah, but I guess they probably figure Stafford's kind of slowing down. Not slowing down, but his contract is almost up, and I guess that's probably they're trying to think ahead. Have Ty Simpson play behind Stafford for a year and a half, 2 years, and then go from there.
Yeah, but thinking ahead doesn't mean stop thinking.
No, you're right.
Because, again, Ty Simpson was probably going to drop down to like the 50th pick or something, right? This guy, like, on multiple mock drafts other than mine that I looked at, he wasn't a first round quarterback, and then it just feels weird to reach on a guy to replace your MVP quarterback. It just.
Yes, that I agree with.
it's like if this was, and I know Aaron Rodgers is a bad example, but if this was Aaron Rodgers, the man would be in a different city by now.
New York, away towards Achilles. Oh god.
The other side of New York, I guess. Anyway, but I think you get the point I'm trying to make. Because it's just
I
like
do. I mean, I understand the logic a little bit.
It's a nonsensical pick.
This high in the draft might have been a little much.
Might have been. It was very much so. But yeah, no, that's enough. I don't care. You can go down and lay. You can go down and lay in the yard. I don't care.
I'd probably go D plus. Good idea, just poor execution.
Some Falcons level execution. So no, F minus, mind you.
All right.
The F minus. You know what? Z. Z minus. Goodbye. Go home. But at 14, I had the Ravens taking Mekhi Lemon.
They did not do that.
I can understand them going with a guard. I understand. I get it. I get it. You know, I don't really have a lot to say. I had a couple of iterations of the mock draft, and I had him taken. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Vega. You know, that's I think that's his nickname. So.
Okay.
Vega out of Penn State. I had them taking him in some of the other ones, so it's like, you know, I get it. So, I mean, them not taking Mekhi Lemon doesn't like knock him down a peg a couple at all. So it's like, I'll give it a solid B plus, A minus, somewhere in between.
Okay.
You know, because always good to protect Lamar, I guess.
Yeah. Even though he's just gonna run around the whole time.
Well, hopefully with that, he won't have to. But, you know.
No, but he still will.
It's the Ravens. We're aware. Yeah. Which leads me to the good old, not so good old, hate old Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, A plus. I mean, Ruben Bain, people had him going top 5.
Bain.
Yeah. Ruben Bain was going top 5 on like every mock draft that I looked at, and he fell all the way to 15.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
And they're struggling on defense, so they go defense. I don't even care that I was wrong, and I said they were going to take Kendrick Falk. Boy, was I wrong. I don't know what kind of brainwaves I was on that day, but wasn't right ones.
I feel like if your last name is Bain, you're automatically good. Like, there's no way you can be bad at a sport and your last name is Bain. Come on.
Now, to be fair, Kendrick Falk at least did go in the first round, so it's like not that bad, but it's like he was way far down in the first round. He was all the way at 31.
Yeah.
But I mean, I am fully okay with being wrong. Fully okay with being wrong. And that's great. And he is going to terrorize me for the rest of my life. But yeah, no, A plus. You know, that to me, that's the best pick in the draft because that's at pick 15, it's such great value. Not to mention the aura this man has. Walking by, just grabbing his hat, not even looking at the camera.
He didn't even post that mirror picture.
That right there is aura. I don't care. That's great.
Imagine it ends up being a flop. That's going to be crazy.
That would be really funny, but no. Now, we're back to the Jets. The good old...
Yes, we are.
The Jets. The Jetty Jets.
What did we do this time?
Kenyon Sadiq.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but, you know, you're going to suffer with Geno anyway, so I'm going to give it a solid A minus.
Yes, we are. I'm looking forward to it. Um, I saw a stat. I forget the names, but it was something about like Kenny Sadiq has like a faster 40-yard dash than somebody else, like higher vertical, and it was like listing all these like well-known star players like Julio and McCaffrey. He's like faster and jumps higher and everything than all those guys.
Yeah.
But I saw like an overlay of his 40-yard dash. I think it was his overlaid with I think McCaffrey and I forget who the other guy was, but he beat them. He's a tight end too. He's not even a running back. I'm definitely looking forward to him. I feel like he's got a lot of potential. Like I said earlier, I like Mason Taylor. I think him and Jeremy Ruckert. I think both, if used properly, could have been pretty solid. Um, but I think Sadiq has greater potential than both those guys. So especially at 16, not surprised he fell that low because like I feel there's not a lot of teams looking for a tight end. Um, but I'm glad we got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. When it comes to Kenny Sadiq going to the Jets, man, it doesn't really matter. You know, like to be real, David Bailey will show out. You know, because defense, but you got a mix of Geno Smith and Aaron Glenn. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to grade it. I know I said A minus already, but I don't want to grade it because it's like, no matter what happens, he could go off, and then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But if he does poorly, I don't think that'd be on him. To be honest with you.
No, not at all.
So like
It's
it
gonna be
just,
easier for a guy like Bailey because he can kind of like he can do things on his own. When the play starts, he can go and get the sack. He can go and force the fumble. If if Case Sadiq is getting bad passes, or bad routes and or drawn up and bad plays are drawn up, I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just feels so weird, you know.
That's the Jets.
Yep. That do be the Jets, lad. That do be the Jets. But halfway through, we've seen the best and the weirdest. All the best, weirdest, and worst, all in like 4 picks.
Yeah.
Because man. But guess we're moving on to the second half. Um, the Lions at 17. I had them taking Dylan Thieneman. They didn't do
Mm-hmm.
that because everyone hates me. Uh, they took Blake Miller, an offensive lineman, and I get it, but I also don't. I don't know. It just kind of feels weird. So I just it's like an in between. So I kind of just want to give it a C. But I've given it a lot of
Yeah.
C's, and I think that's just because I don't know. It just like some of these picks just seem weird, but it just a C. I'll give it a
Makes
C
sense.
plus because it's a lineman, but
Yeah, I feel like offensive line wasn't really their biggest need,
I
but
don't
then again,
blame them
I don't know.
though.
Probably should have gone defense. Me personally, because they kind of already have a really good offense. Nothing really
Yeah,
to improve on.
yeah. So I'll give it like a C plus, B minus, B minus. We'll go B minus.
Okay.
But it just feels weird. Um, moving on to the Vikings. Defensive tackle was not something I thought they were going to go for.
Okay.
Because I thought they were going to go cornerback with Jermon McCoy. Little did I know, Jermon McCoy fell out of the first round, and I think. Let me check real quick. Um. Let me see. Oh man, how far did this guy fall? Bro, I'm still scrolling.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, this guy did not fall out of the third round, right? Please tell me he didn't fall out of. Oh my god, he was a fourth round pick. Holy shit!
What
Holy
was he expected to
shizen!
be?
What?
What was he expected to be?
Bro, I had him taken at 18.
Whoa, you were a little bit off.
I was very off. I mean, he had some injury concerns, I guess. So I mean, I guess it makes sense. But 4 rounds.
Yeah, that's
I mean, granted, he was
That's
the
some
first
serious
one of the
injury.
fourth round, but I mean, jeez, Louise. But Caleb
Really?
Banks, I can see. I mean, I guess they're still going defense, So like, he, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me look at like what people are saying about it, because maybe I'm just a little weirded out by it. Because I don't want to give it another C. But if I have to, I have to. Oh my god. Alright, I mean, they're saying their entire draft was like a C. Because it was like, I'm looking at it now, it's a lot of defense. So,
Oh,
I mean, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't think a C plus would be fine. It's just, I didn't think a defensive tackle would go this high. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a weird one, if you know what I mean. But now we're on the good old boy, the Panthers. The good old Panthers. They got.
What'd your boys do?
We picked up Monroe Freeling, and I'm gonna be so honest. I have mixed feelings, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because we already paid a guy, in Rasheed Walker, to come in to replace Ike Mekwanu if he doesn't get back in time. And then we
Okay.
just drafted a guy to, like, in the first round, to either have competition or just take that place. And I don't know if that means that they're going to be trading, like, Taylor Moton or something. I don't know if that's
Right.
even, like, on the table. But it's just, like, it's the same thing with the Giants. You know what I mean? He's, like, the fourth offensive tackle on the team now. Right? In the
Really
first round
stacking
for a
up.
first round pick. But, like, also, I did watch a little bit of his film and a couple of his highlights. The guy is a monster.
Is
So
he?
like, I want to give it a B, but that's
You
just
want to give it a B, but are you going to?
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a B and not an A because it just seems weird. And I've been saying that about the
Okay.
last 4 picks. So, but now, moving on, because I don't really have a lot to say about the Panthers pick, because, it's just kind of you know. The Eagles trade up ahead of the Steelers with the Cowboys to get Mekhi Lemon. A.J. Brown, get ready to speak Boston, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you see that? That annoys me.
What?
AJ Brown might go to the Patriots. They don't deserve anything. Shout out Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Mike Vrabel. I don't know if we should shout
What
him.
that has to do with anything? I don't know. I just want to throw it out there.
I don't know. He's doing his best Bill Clinton impression, so we'll see. But, I mean, it's Howie Roseman. He's got an idea. A. Also, apparently he was like on the phone with the Steelers basically, and then they traded up and he got taken by someone else. So
Really?
I mean, imagine trading with your division rival to get one over on your in-state rival. That's just like
Yeah, that's.
that's A grade hating, bro.
I'm about to say that. That's like you really want to just be a hater.
Yeah, and I had the Cowboys taking Avion Terrell at this pick.
Okay.
Avion Terrell, I don't think went in the first round. He did not. Whoopsies, whoopsie doodly, oops a daisy. But now here's the fun part. So the Makai Lemon one, A plus, just A grade hating, love it, love it. The Steelers. All of that build up for just a random pick, huh? It felt like it was kind of out of nowhere. It just you were watching the draft, right?
What? Huh? I zoned out for about 3.4 seconds.
I could tell. You had you watched the draft, right?
Sure.
You didn't, did you?
Not all of it, no.
Okay, well, you missed a big thing. The Steelers, the draft happened in Pittsburgh, right? And then for Pittsburgh's pick, they have this whole montage with like Thunderstruck playing some just hard rocks and just so a cool an intro, all for them to go out.
For
and
the
I'm gonna be
21st
honest,
pick?
For the 21st pick of the draft, just to make, in my opinion, a mid pick that came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be so honest with you, I'm giving him a D- for wasting my time. I don't care. We're not even going to talk about the player because I'm sure he'll be fine. Because I mean, the Steelers have a little bit of an eye for talent, at least.
Yeah.
But it's just for wasting my time, D-. I hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was like 10 straight minutes of intro just for a guy I didn't even have going in the first round. You know what I mean? It's just, what is going on? But now, get this. It's comeback season because at 22, the Chargers picked Akeem Mesidor, which is who I had them picking. So now we're about 5 for 22.
Back in the win column.
It's comeback season, baby. Honestly, I mean, it's an A because, I felt like that's what they needed, and that's what they went with. So, I mean,
yeah.
Can you fault them? Or
No, not at all.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, well, maybe, yeah, might be able to fault them because based on that playoff game, Herbert kind of needs an O-line.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Kind of blame him a little bit.
Let's still say an A. Let's still say an A. But moving on to the Cowboys, who traded down with the Eagles just to get another guy that I had going in the second round. Malachi Lawrence. Another edge rusher. I mean, I can't blame them. They're picking up defense. So they did 2 defensive picks. So, to be fair, I wasn't that far off. Because I did have them taking 2 defensive players. So, I'm starting to understand Jerry Jones's brain. Even though he's starting to lose it. But you get the point. Even if it is a guy that, is like out, I had going out of the first round, so it's like it feels like a little bit of a reach. I'm still willing to give him I want to say a B plus because they're continuing to hammer away at getting better defense, and that's what they needed, and I can't fault them for that. It just loses a couple because guy in the second round that I had, so you get the point.
Yeah.
Now the Browns, the Cleveland Browns.
What the Browns do?
I believe.
I think they took a receiver, right? Like his name's like KC Decepticon.
Casey Decepticon.
What's his name?
Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
So that's the fun thing. So I had them taking Denzel Boston.
Okay.
I believe. Is that who I said? Let me see.
Good question. I don't know.
Denzel Boston.
Leave
Yeah.
a comment who he said they were going to take.
I had them taking Denzel Boston.
Okay.
Which, is another receiver. So, I mean, who am I to say anything otherwise? I think. I don't know. No, they were at 24. I'll give it A minus. A minus, because I had Concepcion going a little bit later, but it's what they needed. It's what they, it's what I had them taking. So I mean, I can't fault them. Not really much that I can say. But the Bears, this was a weird one, because I thought the Edelman was going to the Lions to begin with, and it was kind of weird. I thought the Panthers were going to take him after the Jets took Sadiq. So I was like, huh.
Little stumped.
That would be cool. Right? And then they don't. They go with Monroe Freeling, which confused me a little bit. It was fine. But then Dylan Thieneman, I had the Bears taking Caden McDonald, who I think was taken. I don't even think he was in the first round. It wasn't in the first round.
Who?
Caden McDonald.
I don't think so. No.
He's another defensive tackle, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, good pick. I mean, he fell all the way to 25, which I thought he was going to be much higher. It just safety just didn't seem like the thing I thought they were going for. I'll give him another A minus, because best player available type pick. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Why not at that point?
Yeah.
As long as it's a position you need.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this now. The Texans, I'm giving a D. They picked an offensive guard, which they need.
They did.
But again, I'm going to be so honest with you. They picked a guy named Keelan Rutledge. And I'm going to be so real. When I was making the mock drafts, I didn't even see that guy. I didn't even see him on the board. You know what I mean? I maybe it's just because I missed him.
Overlooked.
But it might just be that I overlooked. But I didn't even see him, and it's just like, I hold on. They traded up for him.
Mm-hmm.
They traded up to 26 with the Bills.
Right. So they really wanted him.
Yeah, and I don't know. I want just a D because they traded up for a guy that I didn't even have going into the first round. And again, I keep repeating myself, right? But it's like this draft was so weird. It was because there's so many a whole lot trades.
Yeah.
And it seemed like
there were a lot of trades. Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of them for no reason. The Chiefs one, this one for Keelan Rutledge. I want to be honest. the how do I put the Caden Proctor or the Caleb Downs one, and I get that's like the Cowboys trying to get better, but also it's like why?
Well, I mean, I feel like this draft there wasn't really a whole lot of talent. I mean, there was talent, but
I
it wasn't
think-
like super stacked. So I feel like teams were kind of like just at the point where they just got to take the best available because
I mean,
there's
sure,
not a whole lot of big talent like there was in previous years.
but if
Also,
I'm-
only two quarterbacks in the first round. Don't forget. So that's kind of unusual.
that's true, but it just like it seemed like nobody was happy with where they were. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there was nobody that was happy. It just anyway. The Dolphins, they trade up with then after the Texans traded up with the Bills over San Francisco. San Francisco then trades back to 30 with the Dolphins. This is what I mean that nobody was happy with where they were. Okay? Because the Texans trade up, then the Dolphins trade up for Chris Johnson, a cornerback out of San Diego State. I think I remember seeing him on there. I think you could have traded him out with Colton Hood, and I think it'd have been fine. It just feels weird. I'll give it like a B minus. Because like, again, why are we trading up? I don't understand. I don't know what's going on, right? But then
I feel like every team was kind of like, oh, that's the draft order. All right, we're gonna do our own thing.
yeah, and then the fun stuff starts happening. The Bills trade back again with the Patriots of all teams. They trade back with the Patriots, and the Patriots get Caleb Lomu, who I thought was going to the Eagles at 24, or not at 24, at the 23, right? But good because that's just more protection for Drake May. So I'm giving it an A+. That's a great pick. Good. That's
Yeah,
perfect,
good
right?
move.
Good move. Chiefs, that's the one that stayed the same. And they pick up Peter Woods, the defensive tackle out of Clemson. Yeah, right. Okay, I was struggling. I had him going a pick earlier to the Texans' original pick, so I was close. Darn it. But
Almost had another one.
but then it gets even weirder because then the Bills again at pick 30. No, never mind. It's not with the Bills. Who am I talking about? Who traded with the Dolphins?
Giants, not Giants.
Dolphins.
The Miami and the Niners.
The Niners.
Well,
The
no,
Jets.
technically it was Denver actually.
What?
I think it was actually Denver's because didn't Denver get that pick from Miami and San Francisco?
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't
All I know
remember.
is we got more picks. That's all I care about.
So, the Jets then trade into the first round again at pick 30 with the 49ers, who then basically trade out of the draft and don't pick anybody, and pick Omar Cooper Jr. Fantastic pick, A+. Fantastic pick. I love it. It's
I
good.
love it, too.
He'll be a good compliment
I
to
think
Garrett
he's going to
Wilson.
be pretty good, especially.
You got
What's that?
You got really good weapons. You got a good defensive weapon. You got two really good offensive weapons. You're loading up that offense for the future quarterback that comes next. Or if Geno Smith decides to be
Can I say his name?
pretty good.
Whoa, no,
If
we
you
do
say-
not. We do not.
If you
we do
say
not
Arch
encourage
Manning,
Geno Smith play.
I'm gonna come through that screen.
We
And I'm
do
gonna
not
do-
encourage Geno Smith play. Okay.
Oh my god.
We actually discourage it.
Arch
If Geno
Manning.
Smith can play to a level that gets us the first overall pick, he'd get a statue.
All right, fine. But good weapons to train up for the next year. And then the Bills at 31 trade a third time
Yeah, that
out of
is
the
crazy.
first round with the Titans, and the Titans pick up Kendrick Falk, who I had going earlier in the round. So to be honest with you, I'm gonna give it an A- because it's a good defensive pick. I don't see why you would trade into the first round for him. You know, because I'm a little bit scarred from the Xavier Legette pick right now, so you know, I'll give it A-. We'll just have to see how it goes. Maybe a B+.
Yeah.
But then with the last pick in the first round, the Seahawks make the second weirdest decision of the night and
Uh-oh.
take the second string running back from Notre Dame behind Jeremiah Love. Maybe not behind, maybe shared the backfield with Jeremiah Love. I thought they were going to take a corner to replace Tariq Woolen. I guess they did that
That
later.
would make sense.
But I guess they're trying to replace K9 instead. But
Yeah, how about to say they need a running back. Although who?
Zach
Because
Charbonnet.
K9. Yeah, Charbonnet was there. K9 is the RB1. I was trying to think who the RB2 was.
Yeah. I'll give it a B-. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there
Not
were
a
a lot
bad
better.
pick, but-
Not a bad pick. I felt like there were a lot of better ones there.
Yeah.
But why don't we go and highlight the second and a little bit of the third round for a second while we still have time.
Go for it.
The Dolphins, I'm going to be so real with you. Actually, you know what? I'll start from the top. Just some highlights. The Niners traded out of the first round just to get a guy named Dejon Stribling, who
Mustard?
people thought was going third to fourth. So they traded out of the first round to reach on a guy by 2 rounds.
Who did that?
I'm not the Niners. I'm not even gonna give that
The
a
who?
grade. The 49ers.
Oh, the Niners. I thought you said never mind.
Oh my god. Anyway, TJ Parker I had going in the first round. He went to the Bills. That was the other thing. Caden McDonald I also had going in the first round. He goes to the Texans. So not only did I think that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
The Texans in the first round. What did they pick again? Yeah, Cleveland Rutledge. They drafted big guys. Good. I want to say this now. I want you to tell me if you think this counts, because first of
Okay.
all, I want to say Colton Hood goes to the Giants, so they do end up getting secondary. I had him going to the Seahawks in the first round, so But
All right.
I said that at pick 24, the Browns were gonna pick Denzel Boston.
Mm.
Do you know who they picked at 39?
Instead of Denzel Boston, they picked Denzel Maryland. I have no idea.
They picked Denzel Boston.
Oh,
So-
okay.
That
was a trick
had
question.
him going to the Browns, right? But that was just
Right.
the wrong pick. So half point for me.
Why not?
Another thing, new Key and Peele sketch name just dropped. The East-West Bowl, where they make fun of the funny college names. R. Mason Thomas is now going to be a new funny sketch name because his actual name is R. Mason. That is his actual name. There is the R does not stand for anything.
I'm about to say, you would think that it's like what it is. Like it's R. Mason or something like that.
Yeah. The Dolphins. I'm with you on the Dolphins hate now because they took the guy that I wanted really bad.
Let's go.
They took Jacob Rodriguez, and I really wanted that guy. I wanted him
Nice.
so bad.
Hate him.
But Zion Young went to the Ravens in the second round. A lot of people thought he was going to go first. He fell, but really good. That's really good value. So can't blame him. Avion
No.
Terrell, who I had going to the I want to say the Cowboys in the first round, goes to play with his brother in Atlanta.
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, not only are NFC South wide receivers going to have to deal with J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson, I am now going to have to deal with the Terrell brothers. That's going to be great. The Super Terrell brothers. I can see it now. They're gonna make it a Mario reference if Nintendo doesn't copyright.
I think so.
But yeah. Now the second round, the Panthers, they take Lee Hunter, a defensive tackle. I love it.
Okay.
I love the big boys, and I feel like he can give good competition to what's his name? I'm struggling. I'm struggling today with names. It's bad. Our defensive tackle
Should be.
right
That's
now.
what the whole thing's about. Names.
I know. The defensive tackle we have now. Well, we go with some competition. Things will be great. The Jets. D'Angelo Pons. That was the guy's name.
Okay. Yes, I heard about
Is
that.
a really, really good pick for pick 50. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention we traded up to get Lee Hunter, so I really do hope he ends up doing well. It was only 2 places, but
Right.
D'Angelo Pons, I mean, you basically just got Indiana's like national championship wide receiver and then national championship corner. I mean, come on. You just did great. I mean,
Oh yeah, I agree.
yeah, you did
I
great.
agree.
That was really good. Other things past those. C.J. Allen goes to the Colts. People thought he would go first round. This is a really good one. I had Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, a safety. I had him going to the Bills in the first round. The Bills weren't in the first round. So screw me, I guess. But the Browns get him all the way at pick 58. Fantastic. That is almost double what I thought he was going to be at. So fantastic
Nice.
for them. I think that's really good. A lot of other people had him going first round. A little bit of the third round too. Carson Beck. Oh man, that quarterback room is going to be awful.
For what team?
The Cardinals, man. It's going to be Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, and Carson Beck.
Jacoby Brissett is overhated.
I know he's overhated, but like, he ain't all that, man.
He's not.
There are
He's
people
not.
painting him as like, oh yeah, no, we should have been playing him over Kyler for the whole season.
Probably,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
Probably.
you did not think that at the beginning, but whatever, you know. Yeah, that's bad. Carson Beck, he goes to the Cardinals. Drew Aller out of Penn State, quarterback, goes to the Steelers. Now that's another quarterback room that's gonna be awful. Especially if Aaron Rodgers isn't there. It's gonna be Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Drew Aller. God.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough time for the
forsake
Steelers.
me. Malachi Fields, wide receiver out of Notre Dame, goes to the Giants. Really good. I think that's good. He fell, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but that's good pick for the Giants. And we go all the way down to the Panthers again. The Panthers.
Yeah, why not?
We got new Key and Peele sketch name number 2, Chris Brazzle II.
That's
Yet
an interesting
another ginormous wide receiver, so Bryce can see over his offensive lineman.
Hey, help him out.
I'm looking forward to it because I feel like he has just a little bit more. He's a third round pick, but I feel like he has a little bit more potential. he has the potential to beat out Leggett. So
Okay.
I think it'll be good fun. Last couple of things. Yeah, Jermon McCoy in the 4th round going to the Raiders. I feel like people extremely like they might have overplayed his injury. If he comes back, you basically just got a 1st round pick for pick 101. You got a 1st round pick for a 4th round pick, basically. So
That'd be crazy.
depending on his injury, we'll see. The Jets pick up Cade Klubnik out of Clemson.
We did do that, yes. That is
I
true.
feel like we're gonna see him play toward the end of the year, based on how bad Geno Smith is.
Hey, we discussed this already.
I know. I'm aware. Panthers pick Will Lee, another corner. He'll be a nice backup, good depth. That's good.
Right.
That's good. Let's see. This is where I start getting hazy because I don't think I remember. We picked up a center, like Sam Hecht. I feel like he'll give good competition to the guy we just got.
Yeah.
We also picked up a safety in Zachy Wheatley. We'll see how that turns out. The Browns miraculously draft Justin Jefferson.
No way.
He's a linebacker, by the way. I had to do the meme. It's
Of course, I agree.
yeah, you get the point. Did you have a 4th round pick? Or 5th round pick?
I don't know.
You did not have a 5th round pick. I don't think the Jets have.
We got too many firsts. We don't need any more.
Yeah, that's interesting. Unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think there's anything else in the 5th round. 6th round is where I don't know anything. This would be... You picked up another offensive guard for lineman depth, I assume.
Makes sense.
I can hear your controller, by the way. It's really funny.
What do you mean?
Let's see. We didn't have a first the 6th round pick. But yeah, no, I don't think there was a. Taylor Green goes. Oh my God, the Browns pick up another quarterback. Oh my God. Why? For what?
Because why not?
And the Packers pick up a place kicker out of Florida, Trace Mack, in the
They
6th
picked
round.
a place kicker. That's not what I would have expected
That's the 6th
that pick
round,
to be.
man.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
We picked up Jackson Kawach, some linebacker. You picked up VJ Payne, their safety. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Like the Chiefs pick up Garrett Nussmeier. Nobody cares.
Who is that?
Yeah, exactly. He was the LSU quarterback, but
Oh, okay.
the Mr. Irrelevant for this year is Red Murdoch.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's Mr. Irrelevant?
Red Murdoch.
who?
He's a linebacker out of Buffalo. Went to the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
But fun fact: the
Let's hear it.
NFL world is in a little bit of discourse because people are mad at the Green Bay Packers for picking a place kicker, and Diego Pavia, a Heisman runner-up, did not get drafted.
Oh, wow.
He was not
Yikes.
drafted. Also the Rutgers QB was drafted to the Commanders. That's nice. Didn't see that.
Who
But
was
anyway, wow. Ethan Kaliak-Manis? Manis?
Okay. I'll take your word for it. That's how you pronounce it.
That hurt my tongue for some reason. I don't know why. But Yeah, no, I was a huge fan of Diego Pavia. I feel like you know how people theorize that Shador Sanders' attitude is what made him fall to the fifth round.
Okay, yeah. I forgot about that
I
actually.
feel like Diego Pavia's attitude was the reason he wasn't drafted. Like because that man said whatever the heck he wanted. Bro played for Vanderbilt, and I love Vander. I love Vandy. Trust me, but man, that man talks
Yeah,
so
I
much
feel like
smack.
I feel like I've heard his name before. I don't
Yeah,
really
no,
follow him though. So
I talked about him a little bit during the
yeah.
season, and I was a huge fan of him because he was leading the. He actually led the Vanderbilt to their best season, I think.
Oh wow.
Uh, I could be wrong, but I think that might have been their first 10-win season, and that is
Really?
big because yeah, they've been awful, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're always. No offense to any Vandy fans out there, I feel for you. Trust me. Believe me, if there's anybody that misses greatness or wishes there was greatness, I miss Tim Tebow with a burning passion. Trust me.
Tim
Uh,
Tebow, yeah.
yeah, big. Yeah, I love the Gators. Love the Gators, but man, frick, dude, I miss it. Uh, anyway, I mean that's basically it. All in all, like it's just a weird draft, man. Real weird.
It was, yeah. I feel like I said, I feel like the lack of QBs kind of really
Yeah,
not
like
messed it up, but definitely made it feel and look a lot differently in the end.
you know what it was? It was a lack of like offensive skill positions, I think. Because there's a
Yeah.
lot of defensive skill positions and a lot of defensive players. There's a lot of edge rushers going in the first round, a lot of linebackers, a lot of offensive tackles, a lot of defensive tackles. You know, it's a lot of O line. I
Hmm.
mean, there's like so many O linemen in the first round, man. I just feel like yeah, it's just a little weird, but I mean, that's all we got. Uh, let me know who your favorite team is in the comments and
And whether or not you like the pick.
whether or not you thought they did good. And
Yeah.
I am going to feel so bad if I see a Bills fan in the comments. Man,
Bills fans like, I just wanted to pick.
yeah. Anyway, but I think that's gonna be all. Nick, do you have any closing comments at all? Like, without
Um.
saying Arch Manning 4 times?
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um. I feel like we did very good in the draft. We got a couple of defensive guys, David Bailey mainly, which I think is really big for us. We needed that. Omar Cooper, I'm looking forward to. I feel like he can be paired up very nicely with Garrett Wilson. Will be a really good number 2, because right now we really don't have a number 2. Unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Can
Well, yeah, Kenny Sneak, but he's a tight end now. He's the tight end, but I mean like number 2 receiver, Omar Cooper.
yeah,
I think he's gonna be a really good number 2 receiver to Wilson.
Mhm.
Sadiq, I think won't. Okay, I think Sadiq has rookie of the year potential. I just don't think he'll win it because of the team he's on. He's not going to be able to rack up the stats. He's not going to be on a good enough offense to get those numbers. But I think he's going to be, like, on film, he's going to have a really good year. And once the team is completed and we have a quarterback and hopefully better play calling, I think we're going to be in a really good spot. I think we did the best we could with this draft. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. All you haters of the Jets draft, go outside and lay in the yard.
Yeah, you probably all Giants fans or something weird like that.
Go outside and lay in the yard. You don't know what you're talking about. They did great.
Exactly.
They did great. They had basically 4. They drafted 4 starters. I mean, like what? Like, I mean, come on. You know.
And we're going to do it again next year with all those
I mean,
picks.
I don't know what you want. They quite literally drafted 4 starters. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
you got Sauce's replacement, who might end up being maybe not as good, but at a discount. You got
Right.
some wide receiver talent, and you got some more tight end. I mean, they're all gonna start, probably.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Definitely.
like you went up, and that's all that really matters. So
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of only place we could go given our circumstances. But yeah, we went up.
I would have so loved for them to make an interception joke at the draft, but anyway,
The Jets have traded their pick. It's been intercepted.
the Jets pick has been intercepted by the Bills.
The Jets have intercepted a pick in the first round. They're back with the third pick.
But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm gonna see if we can get a special guest on the next episode. If not, the next episode will be back to normal.
Shout out Bryce Young. You're the special guest.
If Bryce Young joins this podcast, I'd probably piss myself. But nah. Anyway, comment down below who your team is, and how you think they did in the draft, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
Go Jets.
Go Panthers.